r/AskReddit by Reddify. What is a fun fact that always blows people's minds? There are more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way. From when it was discovered to when it was declassified as a planet, Pluto did not make a full orbit around the sun. People who are too fat for the conventional MRI at the hospital are taken to the zoo. In a 2008 survey, 58% of British teens thought Sherlock Holmes was a real guy, while 20% thought Winston Churchill was not. Mainland China has a population in excess of 1 billion people, while less than 1 million are foreigners. This gives China the lowest score in the world for migrant percentage of total population, less than North Korea. I found this out by accident just a couple of weeks ago, and it blew my mind completely. How can China, such a global powerhouse of wealth, have such a small migrant population? A blue whale's fart bubble is large enough to hold a horse. The inside of the cheek and the inside of a vagina are made of the same tissue. Humans are the best endurance runners on the planet, able to outrun any species given enough distance/time. Fun fact, most of the top comments here will be on till over the next few days. 90% of the population on Earth lives in the northern hemisphere. There are more hydrogen atoms in a teaspoon of water than there are teaspoons of water in the sea. Edit, back of envelope calculation reveals 334, 600, 000, 000, 000, 000, 000, 000, 000, 000 hydrogen atoms in teaspoon of water. 252, 000, 000, 000, 000, 000, 000, 000, 000, 000, 000 teaspoons of water on Earth. Shaq hit almost 12,000 baskets in his career. Exactly one of them was a 3-pointer. In Japan, more paper is used to make manga than toilet paper. More French soldiers died during WW1 than American soldiers during the entire US military history, including both sides of the Civil War. The same can be said for Germany, Russia and Austria-Hungary. Edit. Death from World War I. France. 1. 357. 000 to 1. 397. 800. Russian Empire. 1. 700. 000 to 2. 254. 369. From 1914 to 1917. German Empire. 1. 773. 700 to 2. 037. 000. Austria-Hungary. 1. 200. 000 to 1. 494. 200. American military deaths from 1775 to 2015. 1. 354. 664. If you are enjoying the video, please give a thumbs up and leave a comment. Ohio is the only state that doesn't share a letter with the word mackerel. J. Cole went double platinum with no features. The measurement of time, the second, is called that because it's the second division of the hour. To browse multiple subs in a single tab, just add plus signs. Like this, r/movies plus aww plus askreddit. There are more permutations of a standard deck of 52 cards than there are seconds since the Big Bang. A lot of cities used to close all the bars on election day. They wouldn't open until the polls closed. Edit. Where I lived, this continued up to about 1970. Political corruption used to be more retail. You could buy people drinks, and thus buy their votes. The word bed actually looks like a bed. Human beings only use one nostril at a time. Each nostril takes a turn at being dormant, about 5 minutes, as the other nostril does all the work. The process is then reversed and the resting nostril takes over. Confirmed this with an ENT document. Also, bananas are in the herb family. Those yellow stripes on the road are 10 feet long. All of the planets could fit in between the Earth and the Moon. If it were brighter, the Andromeda Galaxy would appear 6 times bigger than a full moon. The wingspan of a 747 is longer than the Wright brothers' first flight. Vikings used the bones of slain animals when smithing new weapons, believing this would enchant the weapon with the animal's spirit. This actually made the weapon stronger because the carbon in the bones, coupled with the iron, made a primitive version of steel. Yoda and Miss Piggy were both voiced by the same person. The Reader's Guide to Periodical Literature. The only way to harvest magazine and news stories on a particular subject before the internet. You went to the library and looked up your subject in a series of updated soft and hardcover books. One for each year. They put out softcover updates every quarter. You found the ones you wanted, wrote them down on periodical request slips, and gave them to a library page who would go back into the magazine archives and come back with half the slips marked "We don't edit, subscribe to that magazine." Close edit. A quarter of the slips marked "That issue missing." And maybe 3 or 4 out of 10 of the issues you wanted would be there. But at least one would be a 3-paragraph filler that was useless. You almost never got the one you wanted. Worst. I tell this to college students. It's like showing them hell. Water is transparent pretty much only to visible light, plus a small slice of the ultraviolet and infrared wavelengths on either side of the visible specked water. This isn't a coincidence. Our eyes evolved before our ancestors left the water. So they evolved to see precisely those frequencies at which water can be seen through. Edit. As several commenters have pointed out, there are other factors involved, most notably the light produced by our sun. I wasn't trying to be complete. And if you want a detailed discussion of the evolution of mammalian vision, you should look somewhere other than a Reddit comment. Originally for The Simpsons, Homer was going to be Krusty the Clown. He was gonna be all down cause he couldn't get respect from his son Bart as his father, but Bart worshipped his alter ego Krusty. Cars' warning lights are color coded, based on level of importance. Red, do not ignore, but, brake, temp, and oil, amber, A. Whenever, abs, check engine, service engine, airbag, blue or green, no worries, cruise, low washer fluid. Edit. To everyone who upvoted. Thank you. To everyone else. Please stop being angry with those who don't know all the things you know. Second edit. I agree that everyone should know this. But they don't. I agree that all legal licensing and certification should come with an implied competence. But they don't. This piece of knowledge I find particularly important and worth repeating. I have seen so many people ignore the brake light, assuming it is the parking brake light. It's not. It is the brake system warning indicator, and could mean you are low on hydraulic fluid. No need to understand every function in all the warning systems. Just remember, do not ignore red warning lights. Natural gas has no smell. The smell that people associate with natural gas, mercaptan, is added to the gas lines to allow people to detect it before an accident occurs. From /u/Kenyomi, /r/Ken, there are more cells in our brain than there are brains in our body. This one dug me up bad the first time I heard about it. Out of all the big cats in the world, the one you should fear the most is the jaguar. All of the big cats aim for your throat and choke you out, or snap your neck for a quick death, so they can get on with eating. But oh no, not jaguars. For some unknown reason they prefer to make a mess of their kills and aim for top of the skull, dragging out the pain and length of their prey's death, smashing their skulls a Beren style. Hippos have pink urine. Reno, envious further west than Los Angeles. CA. Cold coffee and warm soda are the same temperature. There is only one country between Norway and North Korea. There were still mammoths roaming the earth by the time the pyramids were being constructed. Chilean Cebus was originally called Patagonian toothfish, but a large fish wholesaler changed the name for it to sell better in America. It is not even a member of the bass family, but is instead a subspecies of cod. There was a bear enlisted in the Polish army who made it to the rank of corporal. He also smoked, drank and carried weapons to the front during battles. His name was Wojtek. Tyrannosaurus rex lived closer to present day than to the time of the Stegosaurus. It costs roughly $20,000 to send a kilogram of mass into orbit. So if the largest whale on Earth weighs approximately 293 kilograms, it costs over $3.2 billion to launch your mom into space. There was a pig that was hanged during the French Revolution because it bit someone.